welcome to Prudent Media News. First, we'll take a look at the headlines. Parrikar government decides to continue grants to 105 English schools. New school in Marathi and Konkani to get 12 lakh rupee grants and 1 lakh annually for 5 years. Committees set up to take final call on MoI. People react cautiously to government's MoI decision. Konkani Bhasha Mandal not happy with government's decision. Bhartiya Bhasha Suraksha Manch mum on the issue. Diocesan calls it temporary relief. SSC examination results record 73.38%. 9 schools get 100% results. Janvi Thadi tops, Panha Parab second, Tejas Borkar third. Goa Cricket Association decide to include Ganesh Raj Narvekar in Ranji probables. President Vinod Phadke claims GCA has 38 crores in treasury, rubbishes Narvekar's claims of 70 crores. And Ranji camp begins for state cricketers. 30 probables undergo medicals and fitness tests. Coach Vivek Kolamkar's plans on track to study video analysis of all probables. And now the news in detail. Parrikar-led government in principle has decided to continue its grants for 105 schools which changed medium of instruction to English last year. Government has also announced that it will give a one-time grant of 12 lakh rupees and 1 lakh annually to new Konkani or Marathi schools during the initial 5 years. Government has also announced that new English schools will not be permitted in the state. A 12-member expert committee will take a final call on the MoI issue.
And the state government proposes as under. Now this is the order, execution order. At the primary level, the teaching in the primary school shall only be in the mother tongue of the child, that is Konkani or Marathi as the case may be. Subject to exception provided herein under, only Konkani Marathi primary school shall be entitled to receive grants. The state policy is to encourage primary education in mother tongue of the child, that is Konkani and Marathi being the regional languages of the state. And in this regard, the state government shall initiate all steps to increase the number of schools in the regional languages, namely Konkani, Marathi, and give financial assistance as well as full grants over and above free salary grants or special grant to all such Konkani, Marathi schools proposed to be started in the state. So, however, having regards to the fact that minority certain institutions in the state which were prior to 10 June 2011 imparting Konkani, Marathi primary education and have thereafter simultaneously shifted to English and started English primary classes shall continue to receive grants so as to give continuity to these schools, and especially having regards to the fact that a student in these schools cannot be made to suffer. The aforesaid schools will be entitled to continue receiving grants provided they fulfill the following conditions. Such schools were Konkani Marathi schools up to 10 June 2011 or thereafter have started English classes at the primary stage during the last academic year wholly or partly, that none of such schools had given an undertaking to the Directorate of Education stating that they would not claim grants in aid from state government to establish or run such English primary schools. Committee केल्या academic, that committee will sit and they will give us the full roadmap, because we always said that let educational expert finally decide. So educational expert committee, it will be chaired by Dr. Louis Vernal. People from this side, that side, plus pure educationalists, top level, top cream of the education sector in the state. And ते कितें finally जे कितें ठरयतात आनी guidelines दिता पळय ताजेर सरकार फुडें वतलो. If government today decides to abruptly discontinue existing grants to such schools, then large number of students studying therein and comprising almost 25,000 or so may get seriously affected without any fault of their own. Therefore, the government is of the considered opinion that students of such institutions cannot be made to suffer for misdeed of politicians in the earlier government. Such over-enthusiasm and obsequiousness can never be permitted or resorted to in matters of governance under our constitution. And there being no proper amenities of infrastructure as are required for proper implementation of the primary level school courses, many parents are forced to prefer English and send their children to English primary school instead of Konkani Marathi schools. The government contemplates granting permissions to new primary schools, opting to impart primary education in Konkani Marathi. For such schools, one-time initial special grant of rupees 12 lakhs and rupees 1 lakh per annum for next 5 years shall be given so as to improve and set up the necessary infrastructure as well as build up resources in these schools.
Bureau Report, Prudent Media.
Some reactions coming in. Konkani Bhasha Mandal is not happy with the government's decision on MoI. However, most of the members of Bhartiya Bhasha Suraksha Manch have opted to be mum. The Diocesan Society of Education has called the decision a temporary relief.
फर्स्ट प्रतिक्रिया मागेली भारतीय जनता पक्ष व भारतीय जनता पक्ष उरून आता भारतीय जनता पक्षाला आपल्या नाव बदलपाचे आणि परकीय जनता पक्ष करपाचे. जशें आमी म्हणटाले की जेन्ना दिगंबर कामतीन निर्णय घेतलो तांकां अनुदान दिवपाचे बरोबर तो जसो काळो दीस आशिल्लो आज पर्रीकर सरकार ते कंटिन्यू करता म्हळ्यार तो तितलोच काळो दीस म्हाजे दिसतोय. भारतीय भाषा सुरक्षा मंचाचे जे नेतृत्व आसा हांव तांचे कडेन रावला की आमी आतां केन्ना रस्त्यार देंवतले ह्या सरकारा विरुद्ध उलोवपा खातीर आनी आंदोलन करपा खातीर.
म्हणटकूच आमचो जो एक मुद्दो आशिल्लो त्या मुद्द्याक धरून अशे तरेचे सरकारान धोरण जाहीर केला. देखून मनोहर पर्रीकराचे गोवा कोंकणी अकादेमीचो अध्यक्ष ह्या नात्यान म्हाका ताच्या धोरणाचें स्वागत करपाक जाय. कोर्टाचो मान्यता नासतना वा अवमान करून सुद्दां हांणी अशे तरेचे कांय स्कुलांनी डिसिजन घेतले. तांकां कायदेशीर रित्या सरकारान वा कोर्टान तांकां ख्यास्त दिवपाची गरज आसा आनी ती ख्यास्त तांकां जावपाक जाय.
त्या प्रमाणे हांव त्या डिसिजनाचें स्वागत करता. आय वेलकम द डिसिजन. हे डिसिजन इतलें बरें म्हणजे काँग्रेस पार्टीन हे डिसिजन घेतिल्लें तें जवळ जवळ तेणें हांव अशें म्हणून 80-90% ताणें तेंच डिसिजन इम्प्लिमेंट करपाचें थारायल्लें आसा. जेणे करून जवळ जवळ सगळे गव्हर्मेंट इस्कॉलांक ग्रँट्स मेळटली. आनी म्हजी एक सुचोवणी आसा की जी थोडी कितें उरतात 15-20 इस्कॉलां त्या इस्कॉला बी तांकां ग्रँट्स दिवन ते 100% आमचेंच रेजोल्युशन जें आशिल्लें कॅबिनेट डिसिजन जें आशिल्लें काँग्रेस पार्टीचे सरकाराचें आनी काँग्रेस पक्षाचे मॅनिफेस्टो जे हे आशिल्लें कमिटमेंट तोच ताणें जवळ जवळ पूर्ण केल्लो आसा. तो सामको 100% करचो.
Bhartiya Bhasha Suraksha Manch convener Shashikala Kakodkar said that she has not received anything in writing and cannot comment. Dr. Pandurang Nadkarni, the petitioner in MoI issue, said that he will read government's policy and then comment. Former Chief Minister of Goa Digambar Kamath was not reachable. Convener of FORCE Savio Lopez was not reachable. Bhartiya Bhasha Suraksha Manch member Advocate Uday Bemre said that he will read government's policy and then comment. Arvind Bhartikar, the member of Bhartiya Bhasha Suraksha Manch, also said that he hasn't read government's policy and he will comment later. Subhash Velinkar, member of BBSM, was not reachable. Vishnu Suryava said that he is not free to comment. However, youth leaders like Rajdeep Naik have preferred to take a guarded stand while welcoming the decision of government. They have demanded action on the 105 schools who got converted to English. They will hold a meeting and decide their future course of action.
इंग्लिश मिडियमाक पळय प्रोत्साहन दिला पळय ती चूक ताजी ताच्या खातीर जे कितें तांकां हे शिक्षा दिवपाक जाय ती दिवकूच जाय सरकारान. आतां ती ताणें कमिटी बी केल्या म्हणटा न्ही तो. म्हज्या मतान 105 स्कुलां जी डायसेसनाची आशिल्ली पळय ती केन्नाच मरे कोंकणी नाशिल्ली. कित्याक ती कोंकणीच्या नांवार कागदार कोंकणी आशिल्ली पूण ती चोरून इंग्लिशीन शिकयताली. सो म्हाज्या मतान जर ती हेका इंग्लिशीक गेली न्हय जाल्यार कोंकणीचें नुकसाण जावचें न्हय हें म्हजें मत. सो खंय तरी तांकां तेणें बॅलन्स केला सो आमकां बॅलन्स दिवचें आमचें पडटलें.
मनोहर पर्रीकराचें सरकार MoIच्या एग्जामीन 80 पास जाला. आमचो मूळ मुद्दो आशिल्लो की अनुदाना बाबतीन कसलीच तडजोड ना.
Diocesan Society has called this decision a temporary relief. They have welcomed the decision, stating that they will wait for the final report of the committee constituted by the government.
It is a temporary solution. And I think some relief will be there because they acknowledge for the first time the right of the minorities. That these schools who have switched on, they will continue to have grants. And the second reason they are doing this because not to create any adverse impact or effect on the students.
With bureau inputs, our reporter Laukik Shulkar for Prudent Media.
Percentage of SSCE results declared on Monday have dropped 13% as compared to the last year. SSCE exams have recorded 73.38% results. 9 schools have scored 100% result. It includes 1 government school and 2 schools for special children. Girls have secured 68.57% and boys 70.26%. Janvi Thadi from Mapsa stood first, Panah Parab from Ponda second and Tejas Borkar from Madgaon third.
SSCE results were declared on Monday in the state. Chairman of Goa Board Farrell Furtado declared the results on Monday morning.
The total candidates without exemption were 14,200 and the candidates who passed were 10,420. 73.38 is the passing percentage of 2012.
Janvi Talli from Saraswat High School, Mapsa, stood first in the state. She scored 575 marks out of 600 marks.
आज खूप हॅपी आसा सगळे क्रेडिट चड करून माझ्या स्कुलाक माझे हेडमास्टर आनी माझे टिचर्स आनी माझे पेरंट्सांक वता आनी सगळे माझे वेल विशर्स इतले चिंतून आशिल्ले हांवें खूप पडले मार्क्स म्हाका फर्स्ट जाल्यार इतले हॅपी आसा हांव आज फुडें चड करून सायन्सीक वतलें 2 वर्सां थोडो टायम जाय चिंतपाक फुडलें इंजिनियरींग चिंततालें.
Panna Parab stood second in SSCE examination. She is a student of Almeida High School, Ponda. She secured 573 marks out of 600.
म्हजी पेरेंट्स आनी म्हजे टिचर्स म्हजी फॅमिली आनी म्हाका खूब सपोर्ट केला आनी तांकांच लागून हांव आज हांगा आसा. हांव फुडें वचून आतां पणजे मुश्टीफंड आर्यन हें थंय सायन्सान एडमिशन घेतलें आनी मागीर म्हाका मेडिकलान एडमिशन घेवपाक जाय. हय म्हाका डॉक्टर जावपाक जाय.
Whereas Tejas Borkar from Mahila Nutan Margaon stood third in the state. He scored 570 marks out of 600.
म्हाका डॉक्टर जावपाक कित्याक म्हजी फूल फॅमिली डॉक्टर आसा चडशी आनी म्हाकाय आवडटा डॉक्टर जावपाक.
डॉक्टर भितर तुवें स्पेशलायजेशन कितें चिंतलां?
ना तें मागीर इंट्रस्ट पळोवन डिसायड करतलो. तें मागीर इंट्रस्ट पळोवन डिसायड करतलो.
तुजें श्रेय तूं कोणाक दिता?
म्हज्या आवयक आनी सगळ्या टिचर्सांक मेन म्हणटा आवयक दिता हांव. ती सदांच म्हाका सपोर्ट केला तिणें. हांव हरशीं खूब स्ट्रेस घेतालो एग्जामी दिसांनी ती सदांच रावली म्हज्या बरोबर आनी स्कूल टिचर्स ट्युशन टिचर्स सगळ्यांक.
Bureau Report, Prudent Media.
It's time now for a short break. Stay tuned.